Hey, good morning. Kayak Cliff here. It's October 31st. It's Halloween. Boo! Hey, we're gonna do a little haunted paddle, and hopefully not too haunted. We're gonna go down the Elm Fork of the Trinity River, and in Dallas-Fort Worth, the Trinity River is the main river that this city was built off of, and there's 4 branches. We're on the Elm Fork branch, and we're just shy of the Louisville Dam. You might see it there, Lake Louisville, and there's just over 30,000 acres of water up above us, and they're letting out right now about 290 CFM, cubic feet per minute of water, so it's a good normal flow. And we're gonna go 12 miles from the put-in at the Louisville Dam all the way down to Coppell, Texas. There's a takeout 6 miles down at Hebron Parkway, and a real nice kayak launch and takeout place. But if you want to go the full distance, you can go all the way down to Coppell, which is 12 miles, and we're going to take out there at McKinnish Park where we left our cars. So come along with us. I got a good friend here, Ben Green. He's going to go with me, and we're going to take you down the Trinity River.
Got a million emails that I haven't read. Got a brake pad squeaking that I gotta check, but I don't mind it, 'cause I got her riding on that shotgun side with that take me till the sunrise look inside her eyes. Now we're flying, yeah, we're flying. We got 10 miles of open road, that's in the radio. We got both windows down and no one around. Don't have to take it slow, we're good to go.
Well, we're in the boat and we're off. At the beginning, the current, there's some pretty good current. It's a little shallower for probably about the first mile. Then it gets deep and it's more just like paddling on flat water. So we're gonna start here, head that way.
Sitting in the trunk, I see in the rear view mirror looking back at me. No, I don't hide it, 'cause she's dancing, singing out to every song, and she's always got all of the lyrics wrong, but she don't mind it. No, she's still shining. We got 10 miles of open road.
Well, we just launched. We've probably gone half a mile, and you know, a lot more current up at the beginning. You want to look at the CFM, and that's cubic feet per minute of water being pumped out of the dam. Oh, just some deer up there. And they say for this, well, basically, I'm going to put the link in the link of the website, but Trinity coalition.org, I believe is what it is, but the link will be in the description box. If you go there, trinitycoalition.org is the organization, nonprofit organization that is the advocate for keeping these rivers clean and making paddling waterways, just making a great area like we're in right now to get out. And they say that you want to do this, you know, for all skill levels. You want to be between 200 and 500 CFM coming out of the dams, cubic feet per minute. And we launched at 292. So it was ideal. We scraped a little bit, so even if it was in the 300s or 400s, you probably wouldn't scrape at all. But they're just river rocks coated by moss, so typically nothing's going to happen to your boat unless you got a really expensive composite or a carbon fiber boat. But you know, just a real nice steady stream right now, and when we get down farther where the water gets deeper, it'll be, you know, much slower, and we'll be paddling more. There's also another website. If you go to the right here, I think to the far right, you're gonna be better. There's also another website if you're not paddling the Trinity and you're anywhere in the country. The main water website is, that's just a log, you'll be okay. The main website for every stream or every moving water site in the country is usgs.gov, and they have a Texas part or a Texas chapter to that website, and usgs.gov will give you the CFM for every river in the country. And then before you go on those rivers, you need to, look around with the local websites to see what are the ideal levels to be at on those rivers. Because here it's 200 to 500 CFM, but 200 to 500 CFM on another river might be treacherous. So, you want to look out for that. But usgs.gov is great to go to as well. And I think it stands for United States Geological Survey or something like that. But, oh, there's a guy out there fly fishing right now. And we got an area to go right or left. So we gotta make a decision. So today I'm paddling the Sea Eagle RazorLite 393RL. And you've seen this in some of my other videos, and you'll see it a lot more because it's so practical. But the, even I did a review video on it, and I'll put the link in the description box. But it's a drop stitch inflatable kayak, and which means that it can be pumped up to extremely high PSIs, so it gives you a rigid, rock hard, stable boat. But I've really come to enjoy the inflatables because they're just so easy to transport. If you're traveling, you don't have a garage to store it in. You just roll it up and put it in a spare bedroom or storage garage or your garage or whatever, and they're ready to go. And next time you're ready to go kayaking, and you have 2 or 3 or 4 of these things, you can throw them in the back of a hatchback or an SUV. You don't need a truck, you don't need a roof rack. So I really enjoy these. And this one, you do not sacrifice speed or performance. It edges and turns very well. It has a fin that you can put in the back if you need to be tracking over straight water. I don't have it in here because we're going down the this Trinity and we get some real shallow spots, so I don't have the fin in, but it performs very well without the fin. But if you have some cross currents, cross winds, things like that, it's great for that. So check out my review link, and if you want to learn more about this boat. And again, really like the guys at Sea Eagle. They're great to work with. Okay, now here's the big advantages of an inflatable. Hard shell, roof rack storage. Inflatable, deflate it, fold it up, put it in the back of a hatchback.
We got 10 miles of open road. That's in the radio. We got both windows down and no one around. Don't have to take it slow. We're good to go.
So at the intro, I kind of talked about the Trinity River. Let me just give you I don't know if it's full history. I don't really have a full history on it, but the Trinity River is the river that, any old city that's been around for a long time, which would be Fort Worth first and probably Dallas second, is always centered around a river because they had needed water supplies. So the Trinity is what Dallas-Fort Worth is built around. And it's the only river in Texas that actually originates in Texas and enters into the Gulf of Mexico. A lot of rivers will travel cross country. This one originates in Texas, just north of Dallas-Fort Worth, actually. And there's 4 branches. There's an east branch all the way in East Texas. Well, I mean, east of the Metroplex that goes up towards McKinney. Then there's the Elm Fork, and that is what we're on now, and that goes up north of Dallas, up towards Denton, and north of that, I think up towards Gainesville, where it originates. And then there's the West Fork, and the West Fork goes up north through and north of Fort Worth. And then there's the Clear Fork, which is the farthest west one, which is, I don't know why they don't call the clear one west and the west one clear, but the Clear Fork actually goes out west of Fort Worth, kind of towards Weatherford and out past Weatherford. So those 4 forks all come together south of Dallas-Fort Worth, and then they're one river all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, where they empty out near Port Arthur. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a little north of it's a little northeast of Houston, and they empty into the Gulf of Mexico there, and they turn into several lakes along the way. But that's the Trinity River and what we're actually on now, and it's really neat because you come, you're not going to do this paddle during a major drought, but as long as the CFM is 200 to 500 CFM, you have a nice paddle here, and it's very clean too. There's not a lot of trash, and again, that Trinity Coalition, if you feel so motivated to, I think I'm going to look into it, is look them up and see if there's any volunteer work that you can do if you want to get out and help with these paddling trails. Looks like they're a non-profit organization, and it's nice to have somebody out there developing these paddle trails for us to use to get out and enjoy nature. One thing I've been really impressed with is the cleanliness of this river. There's, from time to time you'll see a little piece of trash, and actually, if you can, I forgot to bring it this trip, as I like to bring a Home Depot bucket and just fill it with one thing of trash. So I'm gonna pick up some things and throw them in the hull of the boat. But pick and paddle when you're paddling, so make it cleaner for the next time, the next group that comes through. But one thing that's interesting is this is so clean, but it passes by a major landfill just right up along the edge of this thing. It passes by a big landfill, but you wouldn't even know it. So it's really pretty cool. You might catch a glimpse of it here and there, but you're down inside this river, back in the trees, and you don't even notice it. A lot of times you get on these rivers, there's, the water level's too high and there's just nowhere to get off and stretch your legs. And I found quite a bit of areas like this, this solid stone or rock shoreline here. It's not going to be mucky when you get into it. Beautiful to sit off and, grab lunch, or really nice, good areas on this river to get off and take a break. So we're coming up to the Hebron Parkway Bridge and going under it here in just a second. And this is kind of the midpoint. This is 6 miles from where we just put in. And I'm gonna have to start humping it here because we got another 6 miles we gotta get to, and I gotta get to church later this afternoon. So this is the midpoint. I'm gonna take you up to street level and show you where you turn off to park here, because this is a first class launching area right here if you only want to launch here and go 6 miles down to the Capel takeout. To find this launch, this is Hebron Parkway right here, and that's the bridge. Right before the bridge on Hebron Parkway, on the southern side, you'll see a dirt road that you can turn off on. Turn right onto that dirt road, or go south. It's off the south side of Hebron Parkway, and that's where the launch is. I'll tell you, it's Sunday. It's, like I said before, it's Halloween. It's a fall day in Texas. But I tell you, you go out to the lakes and you go out to the rivers, and they're just dead. And you go out in the middle of the summertime, the lakes are full. The rivers are full, people out kayaking and paddling and camping, and it's weird because you get to the fall and there's nobody here. We've passed a few people, but this is the best time to get out. This time in the spring and even the winter. And I know football goes on, but it's always nice just to get away from the hassle, the hustle and bustle of the work week that we just had, and get out on the water. Go do some paddling, do some mountain biking, do some hiking, do something, get out there. It just refreshes and replenishes the soul and gets you ready for the next week. So another bit of useless advice from Kayak Cliff. So we're about 10.5 to 11 miles into it. So we're we're getting towards the end in Capel. And I had mentioned before that you launch at Lake Louisville up at the Lila area, or you can launch off of Hebron Parkway in Louisville, Carrollton area. And that's that place that I showed you that has the big nice launch. Or you can launch in Capel and go north. But all the stuff, the first 6 miles from the dam to Hebron Parkway, lots of, depending on water level, today there were lots of areas that we could get off and relax, grab some lunch, you know, just stretch and things like that. The second half, when you go from Hebron Parkway down to Capel, not many places, not any places to get out of the kayak, and I'm ready to get out of it and stretch. So, so do all of your getting out before Hebron Parkway, and then just you know, settle in for a good 5.5 mile paddle from there to Capel. So we're not too far from there now. Hey, also, if you like my videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. I try to focus on a lot of water activities like kayaking, paddling. I'm gonna start paddle boarding, and then I have that new paddle ski to take you out even further. But hiking, camping, cycling, any of those videos to get out and enjoy the outdoors, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos as they come out, and we'll keep on making them for you. So I appreciate you watching this video, and you know, hopefully we'll see you out on the water sometime. Safe paddling, and God bless.
Good to go. Yeah, we're good to go. We're good to go.
Littering is not smart. Pick up your trash.